Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, everybody out there listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey win. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get the money, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, don't go afraid to go home. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, got to turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, one more time. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Yeah, I do, man. I thank God for it every day. You know, my message this morning, man, is real clear. It's something that's been on me to share. And it's amazing, you know. God can do some amazing things for you. But what happens along the way is, and I don't know that I mean to say but the fact that God can do some amazing things for you, there comes adversity along with it. Every single time. It just goes without saying. And I was having a fairly, not fairly, but a hugely successful week. I had never seen this type of hatred before. I hadn't seen it. And it's a great trick that the devil does, you know, when God is blessing you and giving you some great opportunities in your life, as all of you have gone through. And isn't it amazing how some negative thing crops up, and that's what you have to focus on. I found out that I don't have to, but you wind up focusing on it, and your energy goes over to that to try to deal with it, counteract, wonder why it was happening. You got to make phone calls. What was this about? Blah 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 blah, and it throws you off the course you were on. The beginning of the week, I was so grateful. I was so amazed. I was really thanking God for opportunity. For this brief moment, the enemy slides this little factor in there that causes you to, and it requires your attention. You have to pay it attention because you don't know. You're going, wow, man, let me see what this could really be. How much dirt is this really that they trying to do? And so it requires your attention. But in that attention, you lose your focus on really all the blessings and the good thing that God does for you. The enemy has an amazing trick that he does that. And it was in my head, I got to tell y'all, all week long, man. And I was doing some amazing stuff. I was having such a blessed week, man, in terms of press and PR and where God was taking me. And then when I got back, I was talking with my wife. And then I was talking to a good friend of ours. And they shared something that really helped me out. And they said to me, New level, new devil. And, it's something really simple. But new level, new devil. Every time you go to another level, every time you go a little bit higher, every time God has a blessing in store for you, every time he moves you in position, do you understand that the enemy's job is to make you not see the blessing, make you not be grateful for it, lose your focus and focus on this that I just threw in your way, this stumbling block, this obstacle, this trickery. And man, I just got to tell you, man, I mean, it was so filled with hatred that I really spent some time addressing it. I got publicists on the phone. I said, what's happening here? Y'all not watching this? Y'all not, what was this attack? You didn't know these angles? What was it? And Steve, chill. New level, new devil. If you get a promotion on your job, guess what? Somebody ain't happy that you got the promotion. So here come the hate. You don't even really know these people. You have no idea. Every time you make a decision to make your relationship with your spouse better, man, this is it. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to do this, man, so me and my girl can go on and have this, or me and my man can go on and have this. Watch what happens. Every single time. Here comes the new level, the new devil, the trick. You don't need to do that. What you doing that for her? She don't appreciate it. He ain't going to appreciate it. Look over here, man. Look at that right there. Ain't he nothing? He didn't call you and he said he was going. All types of stuff. It just happens all the time. And I was sitting over here talking with this friend, really good friend, very spiritual person. And they said, something, Steve? I was talking to Jesus and said, I was having this conversation with Christ. And I said, God, for real? You mean to tell me every time that something good happens to me, you mean every time I try to go to the next level, every time you put me on the next level, you mean to tell me that I got to go through this right here? Are you for real? And then my friend said, Jesus said to her, they did it to me. And we just fell out laughing. They did it to me. They did it to him. They did it to him. For him to go to the next level. And, I was just going over the whole story about the crucifixion and everything. That had to be amazing, man. Of all the hate he had endured, all the prosecuting he had endured, they thought ultimately what we'll do is we'll nail him on a cross and crucify him, and that'll be the end of him. And we'll put him in this tomb, and we'll put this big stone up there, and that'll be the end of him. But what they did not know was all you was doing was setting the tone for the next level. Because eventually the stone got rolled away, and he went and got placed with his father, where he was headed to anyway. He ultimately knew that his ultimate goal was to get to his father. So when you thought you were doing what you were doing to him, and you put him in the tomb and you put the big stone up in there, and the stone got rolled away, and he went eventually to where he was trying to get to. That story is in place for all of us to remember that when we are going through some things, could it be because we are going to a place? It could be just a place in life. It could be just a different level in life. That's all it has to be. But there's going to be the adversarial challenges that come with it. And those are the moments we must expect and take them head on and still not lose your focus or appreciation for what God has done for you. So in light of all of that, I'm able to say today that I thank my Heavenly Father. I really do, for all the blessings he's bestowed upon me. And all of the haters and all of the liars and all of the backstabbers and all those people. When you get through lying, when you get through stabbing, when you get through gossiping and doing what you do, I'm still going to the next level. I'm still going. You cannot stop what God has in store for you. No one can stop that.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? This is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And everything we do this morning gonna be on and cracking, you know what I'm saying? Everything. I mean everything.
Yes, everything we do is gonna be wonderful today.
Those are all the voices I know how to do. I've done them all to say good morning and welcome to the ride, y'all. Steve Harvey Morning Show, Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, Steve, you sure there aren't more?
It probably is.
Never mind.
You know, I did them. I just improv it, so I just decided to move on. I ain't even want to do that. Carla, for real.
Welcome back.
Good morning. What's up, crew? Thank you. I'm back.
Uh-huh.
We back too.
What? Let's go.
What's up, Junior?
Morning, everybody. Morning, Unc. Welcome back, Carla for real.
Thank you, Junior.
Hey.
Hey,
That's it, Steve.
Yeah, that's it. That's
That's
for
it.
today. This is my last day in Cairo, Egypt. Be leaving today. All praises to my Heavenly Father. You know, man, sometimes, man, I just go, Steve, sometimes I really have to. I was in a meeting, right, in Cairo, and I'm sitting at the head of the table with this head of this institution.
The king or something.
You know, I can't say. Just his head of this institution. And everybody was going around the table introducing themselves. And the guy said, and would you please state, because, you know, Egypt is on the continent of Africa. Africa really, really pushes education, man. It is not what we've been taught this continent is. And so everybody was going around the table listing their education. There was so many Nigerians there and Kenyans there and people from South Africa. They were all around the table. And several of them had gotten educated at Cornell, Harvard, NYU, and come back home to bring their talents back to the continent. It was impressive, man. They were going around the table and everybody was naming their names and their education. It got to my side over here and all my team, Morehouse and, you know, law degrees and you know, and biochemist and all this here. Everybody, I was last. I'm the only one in the meeting ain't got no damn degree or anything.
Not a piece of paper.
I said, ladies and gentlemen, one and only, Glenville High School.
Wait. You introduced yourself. I love it. Come on.
I said, ladies and gentlemen,
Big up yourself.
the one and only, Glenville High School. One of the greatest entertainers of all time.
Yes.
Steve Harvey. That whole damn
Steve.
table erupted. That whole damn laughing, clapping. They said, this fool right here.
Voted most difficult.
Dog, I let him have it. I ain't got no degree.
Great intro, Steve. We love you for it. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, Chief Love Officer is here. He's been here all week, just blessing us with his great answers to these relationship questions. We'll have your questions coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Chief Love Officer in the building. If you have some questions for Steve, CLO, go to Steve Harvey FM and submit your question. Steve, here we go. This one is from Lorette in Memphis. Lorette says, my daughters want me to start dating again. I've been a widow for 5 years, and I guess it wouldn't hurt if if I had a man friend to hang out, but I'm saved, and I will not be having sex. When I meet men, should I tell them this up front? Chief Love Officer, what say you?
Well, first of all, let's just be honest. You said if you had a male friend
to hang out
you
with.
are saved and you won't be having sex. Should I tell them that up front? First of all, let's just accomplish first things first. You don't have anyone you're dating. Your daughters want you to start dating again because you're a widower. So why don't you start the dating process first? Ain't nobody asked you for no sex. That ain't even the issue right now.
She knows it's coming.
Yeah, okay, I understand that. But you're anticipating a problem that you don't have. So in anticipation of the problem, you will then attract the problem. But since you saved,
Okay.
come on now. But see, since you saved and you waiting on God to send you the man, he could send you just the right man.
Amen to that.
Because you have sex before you marry ain't gonna make you the worst person in the world, and you sure ain't gonna be the first. You are human. People want to overlook that fact. You are human. You are subject to error. Now, I appreciate you wanting to hold on to your values and your virtue, and as you should. But don't beat yourself up when you do make a mistake.
You got that right. I mean, Steve, I hear what you're saying, and God is a forgiving God. I got you.
And I'm not saying she's wrong in anything she's saying at all. She has every right to want to do what I want. But don't
feelings.
Right. But don't attract a problem that don't exist yet. That's what I'm saying.
I like that
Because the law of
advice,
attraction is work. It's at work. That's all.
Okay. All right, Lorette in Memphis. I hope you took that advice. Pat in Charlotte says, Steve, my husband and I will be married for 5 years in May, and I am the breadwinner now. I make a lot more money than my husband, and I'm afraid it will be a problem in due time. How can I keep my marriage on good terms despite this? Good question right there.
Now, is she saying her husband isn't working, or she just makes considerably more?
She's saying she's the breadwinner now, which makes it kind of implies that he's not working. And then she says, I make a lot more money than my husband. So it's kind of ambiguous the way she put it.
Anything big
I've
is
I've probably given this answer 100 times on this show, but it bears repeating because it's the answer to the same question. There are women who make more money than their husband, and how do you keep that from being a problem? This is what a financial planner told me. His name is Roger Salters from Sandmar Financial in Chicago. He said, this is how you handle that situation. You have to have 4 bank accounts minimum if you are in a relationship with another person that's committed. If you're in a very committed relationship, there should be 4 bank accounts. So here's what you do. You, the breadwinner, take your check and allow him, the breadwinner of whatever level he's at, take his check. You all put that money in a joint account. That joint account pays all household necessities and deals. Car notes, electric, gas, groceries, the things that have to be paid to maintain life, food, shelter, clothing. Then you need to have one savings account where you all agree that that joint money that you all have melted together, so it doesn't always have to make him feel bad because he don't have the same as you. Agreed that we're going to save X percentage of money or X amount of dollars, and you put it into a joint savings that cannot be touched without 2 signatures. So you and him have to sign to move the money. That's the second account. The third and fourth account that you both need are individual accounts. You allot a allowance to each party that they control those accounts themselves. Now, nothing in the law says that those individual accounts have to be equal. My wife's individual account is bigger than my account. Why? Because it takes more for her to be a woman than it takes for me to be a man. It just do. The cost of their clothing is more, hair care, nails, spa treatments, all that stuff costs way more than a man's day-to-day. All I need is cigars and some golf clothes. But a woman gonna need all that other stuff. And so I'm not saying it has to be equal amounts. So she decides what her allotment is, and they both decide what his allotment is. Those monies from the joint account get sent out to those individual accounts. Everybody gets to keep their individuality, and everybody has a sense of dignity because they feel as though they've made equal contributions. If you don't want to do that system right there, you will struggle. And he was 100%
all right, Steve.
correct. Next question.
That's for Pat and Charlotte. Here's Jessica in Philly, Steve. We have this question. It says, Uncle Steve, why do the littlest guys have the most confidence? Dang
Uncle Steve, why do the littlest guys have the most confidence? Let me ask you this question. Why are the littlest guys always bodybuilders? You very rarely see a professional bodybuilder over 6 feet. because we ain't got nothing to prove. And now that Tommy's at work, Tommy, why is it that the littlest people seem to have the most confidence? The fact that Junior and I can admit that we're not attractive men, and you constantly keep telling people how pretty you are. Tommy,
yes,
why
you do.
is that?
Yeah. Y'all ugly.
Hold on. He didn't hear that because he got to get up to the mic. Hold on.
I heard it. I'm here.
We got to come back, though. We got to come back. This is too good.
Talk about good time.
Nephew Tommy's Run That Prank
Shut
is
up,
coming
Junior.
up after this, and then we'll revisit this question right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we have some entertainment news. Spike Lee is not going to any more Knicks games. Plus, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national news.
I got to hear this story.
Don't nobody care.
We got Tommy standing by with today's prank. But you wanted to finish your Chief Love Officer question. It was from Jessica in Philly. She said, Uncle Steve, why do the littlest guys have the most confidence?
Yeah. Our ugly ass wants to know.
And so
Why do y'all call yourself ugly? Why do you do that? I'm confident in anything that I do. But why y'all not confident to not be ugly? Why y'all
Because
that?
we tall enough to look and see ourselves in the mirror.
I can see
One more
myself in the
time.
mirror, and I'm not
Probably one of them.
I'm not ugly. I'm not
jump
finna
your
be.
ass up there and look in that mirror, you might find out that your ass is unattractive too.
I'm not unattractive. You all might say that y'all are unattractive, and you do that. You condemn yourselves. But I am not ugly.
What?
I'm not unattractive. I am smart. I am kind, and I am important.
Peculiar is right over there with ugly, though.
Say it
And
again,
you're
Junior.
important.
Peculiar is right over there with ugly.
Yeah.
Peculiar?
If you look peculiar, Tommy, that's the same thing as ugly.
Junior, this is the first time Junior ever used peculiar. He ain't never been, he
Okay,
ain't
how
never
about,
said
strange?
peculiar.
Now, I've told you look strange.
What?
Tommy is the same person that challenged Deion Sanders to a foot race and lost. Tommy is the same
He's
person
confident.
that thinks he's attractive. Tommy is the same person that
Wait.
challenged Junior to a foot race and lost.
Ask the
Some
ladies,
people
am I not
always-
attractive, ladies? Am I not
Here we
attractive?
go. Here we go.
You're cute. You're cute, Tommy.
Carla.
You all right.
Carla.
I'm all right.
Carla. You all right.
Carla, don't
All
do-
right is a
don't-
word you say
Carla-
to unattractive people.
Carla, don't do this. Carla, do not do this.
Yeah,
Carla, do
that's
not
it.
do
That
this.
is.
That's in the unattractive arsenal.
It is. It's right over there.
When peculiar.
All right.
You
Peculiar.
all right.
Strange.
Damn.
You know, he good people.
Yeah.
He get,
All right,
Oh.
look.
He good
We
people.
got
Here go
we gotta
another
get
one.
to
One
Tommy.
more. He got nice personality though.
Oh, great spirit.
Come on, Tommy. Run that prank
the
back.
girl
What
he-
you got?
okay. The prank is relationship departure, okay? That's what we're running back. But I'm not going to sit here and be ugly for you. I would not do it. I will not fall into your trap. I am sexy, I am kind, and I am important. This is relationship departure. This is relationship departure.
Anybody who recently told you was fine. Anybody.
Get to the prank.
Relationship departure. Come on, cat.
Hello?
Hey, Brian. Hey, baby.
Yeah, what's up?
I was calling to tell you, baby. Look, I just can't do
I
this
got it.
anymore.
I got it.
Huh? What
Hello?
Hello?
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, this is Greg. I know you was just talking to Val, but this is Greg talking to you. It's Brian, right?
Greg who? Greg who? Yeah, this is Brian. Greg, I was just talking to my wife. Did you put her back on the phone?
No, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So,
Why can't you do that, man?
hey, let me explain something to you.
Explain.
All right, there's some things, long conversations about this.
Whoa. How you know my wife on a first name basis like that, man? Who are you?
Like I said, man, my name is Greg.
Okay.
All right, at the airport. Okay.
At what airport? Which airport? And why are you? What are you at the airport with my wife for?
Hey, let me. Hey, Doc. All of this is complicated. Okay, it's real.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, make it simple for me.
Okay. So what I want to explain to you, let me explain to you, man. We've had a lot of long conversations about this. It's something that she's.
What? When? When was this? Why are you at the airport with my wife?
With me. And
why?
Is leaving with me. Okay?
What leaving? And what do you mean leaving? Leaving me? Oh, hell no. Put her on the phone. Hey, I don't even want to talk to you, man. Put her on the phone. Put her on the phone, man. Look, you need to put her on the phone right now. Leaving. I don't believe that, man. I want to hear her say that.
You want to talk to him?
I don't hear you saying, let me talk to my wife, man, because you about to make
Brian.
baby. Yeah, what's up? What's this dude talking about?
Calm down, sweetie.
Calm down
I've been trying to tell you this for a while, so you think everything's okay, but it hasn't been okay.
Why are you telling me this over the phone? Why can't you just come home and tell me this to my face, baby?
Go sit down.
Why can't you just tell me this to my face?
Hey, bro. Come on, man.
No, man, why are you man? I was just talking to my wife, man.
Hey, bro. I know this is painful, man.
No, you don't know, all right? You don't know nothing,
hey, brother,
all right?
I know this
you
is.
don't know nothing.
Okay.
I can't believe this. Just put my wife on the phone, please. Please, if you got any ounce of a man in you, just put my wife back on the phone.
All right, bro. Let me say. Can I say something to you, man?
What you got to say, man? Unless it's my wife on the phone, but you ain't got nothing to tell me.
I'm gonna put her on in a second, but let me say this to you, man.
Say, man, and wrap it up, all right? Because I need to talk to my wife.
I just want you to know this, Brian.
Let me know something.
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Tommy
got me to prank phone call you.
What? Hold on. So, okay, if you pranking me, what's up with the airport stuff in the back then? Y'all at the airport?
No, bro. Your wife is here at the studio, man. Ain't nothing happening, man. Your wife, hold on, I'm going to let you talk to her.
Yeah.
You all right? First of all, are you all right?
Man, oh, man, it was about to be a murder scene, man.
Mm-hmm. Look at me now. Now who's the big prankster, huh? I got you. Finally.
You could have been a little bit more
I'm
subtle
so
than
tired
this.
of you doing that to me.
Ooh.
You and your brother, you think y'all the only ones can prank people.
So you and your brother be pranking all the time, man.
Boy, man, it's light stuff, though. I ain't, girl, you ain't.
Oh, happy birthday, baby.
Oh, you got a birthday coming up? Happy birthday, Brian.
Yeah, man. Great gifts. Great gifts, man. Let me talk to my wife, man.
All right, I ain't got nothing to do with your wife. Hold on.
Please. You got me, all right? Don't. You ain't got to go this far, all right? You ain't got to go this far every time.
It's supposed to be funny. I did feel a little bad when you kind of started tearing up, but I'm glad to know you fight for me like that.
Yeah. Fight. It was going to be some fights. It wasn't going to be a fight. Oh, girl, just, hey, bring your black home.
I'm coming, baby.
Don't even stop at red light.
He say don't stop at red light. Was that a sexy prank? Was that a sexy
All
prank?
right, listen, we got to go. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
Am I sexy or not, Shirley?
Shut your ugly
You all
ass
right? What part of all right? You don't understand.
She just said you all right. That's cold for damn. Quit asking me.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Steve, you wanted to hear this story still trending in sports news. It's no secret that Spike Lee is a diehard Knicks fan. We all know that. In fact, he pays $300,000 a year for courtside seats to the games. However, a recent incident at Madison Square Garden has him vowing not to return for the rest of the season. Now, Spike showed up for the team's match against the Houston Rockets. Now, according to him, he used the same entrance he's used for over 20 years, and then he got stopped by security. According to this is crazy. According to them, it was the employee entrance, and he couldn't use it. They wanted him to go out and use the VIP entrance. He refused for two reasons. One, because he'd already had his ticket scanned, and two, because he knew they wouldn't let him in again. Also, he questioned the new policy and told the guards, "You want to arrest me like Charles Oakley?" While it was originally reported that Spike and team owner James Dolan had kissed and made up, he disputed that claim on ESPN's First Take. In fact, when he asked Dolan why he hadn't been notified about the change, Dolan said, much to Spike's chagrin, "Now you know." Spike said he is done going to Knicks games for that reason and for the season.
They've lost a great fan.
Yes, they have.
They lost a great fan.
Beloved fan.
Yeah.
Why can't they fix this? Why won't they fix this?
Matter of fact, the Knicks ain't worthy of Spike.
What'd you say, Junior?
The Knicks are no.
It's the owner, guys. This is the guy that had Charles Oakley thrown out publicly.
Yeah.
He don't care how he embarrassed black people. He's not a good owner. He doesn't know basketball. He's a billionaire with money to play with, and he's playing with an NBA franchise. He doesn't have people skills. He always does this type of stuff. He is a complete narcissist. We have a prime example of that we've been dealing with for 4 years. He doesn't know how. He's not a people person. This is a spoiled rich boy that just wants his way all the time. Why crap on the man like that? Spike ain't doing nothing crazy. Spike been going through that interest for 20 years, man. 20 years. They got a new policy, but now he can't go back out because his ticket been scanned already. Just let the man go
$300,000 a year?
It's Spike. He at every game. Y'all tripping, man.
He is.
Yeah, that's so
bad.
disrespectful.
I'd heard that
Because they were
disrespectful.
saying, yeah, and they were also saying too that the other celebrities that come and watch the Knicks, they go in that VIP entrance. So they wanted Spike to go in that way. Well, they ain't
That's no
Spike Lee.
problem.
He's y'all number one
That's no
fan.
problem.
What difference does it make?
That's no problem.
Right.
He's been going through the same employee interest for 20 years. Now, when the policy got changed and they didn't tell Spike, they had scanned his ticket. One thing about black people, we know. We better not go back out there.
We know how it
That's
works.
right, Steve. That's right.
I'm telling you, man, we know. Well, you done scam a ticket, man. Y'all just let me through. They hassled him. That was crazy, man.
Yeah, that's
It's the owner, man.
That's not a good image.
And the owner
Not a
could have
good look
straightened
at
this whole thing out. A diehard Knicks fan, when the Knicks ain't won and God knows when.
That's right, Matter of fact, Spike, don't worry about it. The Knicks record, they not worthy of your presence.
Spike gonna
You ain't
slide over to
missing
Brooklyn, watch. He gonna slide right over to Brooklyn.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
You don't
Oh, he
think so?
said he wouldn't.
No, I mean, he a Knicks.
All right. Time for today's headline, Steve. Hang in there, Spike.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Okay, authorities say that there are now 150 coronavirus cases in the United States, with California listing 53 confirmed cases, 1 death, sadly. So now Governor Gavin Newsom has declared an official state of emergency out there. There are 11 deaths, with 10 in Washington state alone. New Jersey has its first case of the coronavirus. It's a 32-year-old Fort Lee man. His health information is on the way to the CDC for final confirmation because he's like a presumptive person who they presume, in other words, has the virus, but they have to get it, officially said. And this is corona. He's hospitalized in New Jersey, and there are 11 cases in New York, all linked to the same New Rochelle attorney recently back from Miami. Later today, the Senate will join the House in calling for $8 billion with a B dollars to be used to fight the virus, not just here, but even around the world. President Trump is expected to sign that big money measure. The top execs of some of the nation's major airlines, meanwhile, saying that they have beefed up ways to better disinfect their planes in the wake of the coronavirus problem. American, JetBlue, United, and Southwest say they're in danger of losing money if more travelers decide not to engage in any overseas travel right now. European tourism has also dropped off, and in 2 ways. First, the Chinese stopped traveling. Hotel cancellation rates have reached 90% in some parts of Italy. Major concerts, sporting events, cultural events all being canceled in France and other countries. In fact, the French officials have imposed a ban on all gatherings in France of more than 5,000 people in confined spaces. So they're treating this real seriously, and they should. Almost 24 people still reported missing in Tennessee after a tornado ripped through Nashville, that area, on Tuesday. On the political scene, with Michael Bloomberg out of the Democratic presidential primary race and Elizabeth Warren assessing her options, the focus is now pretty much on Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders and on the next week's voting: Missouri, Mississippi, Washington State, also Michigan, where Bernie Sanders seems to be already laying out his plan of attack.
I think some of the issues that the people of Michigan are concerned about are trade, and they were devastated by trade agreements like NAFTA and PNTR with China, trade agreements which I vigorously opposed, which Joe Biden supported. And that is certainly one of the issues that I will be talking about in terms of Michigan.
Bernie Sanders beat Hillary Clinton in Michigan in 2016, but Donald Trump just barely won that state in the general election. One more thing, because of Joe Biden's super strong performance in Super Tuesday, the stocks are rising, believe it or not. Finally, today is Dress in Blue Day. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, experts are advising people to wash their hands. Now, to do it correctly, you need to wash your hands for 20 seconds, the same length as singing Happy Birthday twice. Steve, we'll get tired of singing Happy Birthday, so do you have a short list of songs we can sing for about 20 seconds?
So the coronavirus people say that you should wash your hands for 20 seconds, and that's the equivalent to singing Happy Birthday twice?
2 times.
Right.
Yeah, they told us that at church on Sunday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You know how you are about music.
What you gonna say?
20 seconds.
Lean on me. When you're not
Why you washing your hands?
I love you,
I'll
Morgan
be
Freeman.
your friend. I'll help you carry on.
I'll never know.
Whoa. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean
Come on,
on
Mr. Claus.
me.
Come on, Mr.
That's 20 seconds right there. That's a good hand washing song. How about this one? Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands used to ache sometimes and swell. Grandma's hands, Lord, they really came in handy. She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands.
I love the moaning. I love that.
You got to be able to moan, sir.
No diggity.
Yeah.
You got another one?
That's Christmas.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Hang
You don't want the
on,
coronavirus, do you?
mistletoe.
That's true.
I'm gonna get
Better
to
sing it.
know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much
Wash.
fun it's gonna be
Get that soap.
together. Boom. This Christmas, firesides blazing bright.
Clean,
Do you want
clean
the
yourself.
virus?
We're caroling
Scrub.
through the
Sing it,
night, and this
your
Christmas
Nasty.
will be hands clean, gone out the house.
Yes.
Oh, that's way better than singing some damn happy birthday.
He gonna go
All
loud.
right, Steve.
Again, 'cause I
Turn some watch.
never, ever felt this way in
All right,
my
coming up at
heart
34 minutes
before.
after.
Oh,
We'll talk about Joe Biden, the comeback kid, right after this. Take us out, Steve.
My heart tonight.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so in trending political news, Joe Biden proved to be the comeback kid with big victories. Biden is now in a position to challenge Bernie Sanders for the Democratic nomination. Biden is ready. Take a listen to this.
So I'm here to report we are very much alive. And make no mistake about it, this campaign will send Donald Trump packing.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we want. And Bernie Sanders is optimistic as well. Take a listen.
We are going to defeat Trump because we are putting together an unprecedented grassroots, multi-generational, multiracial movement.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
that
And
mean?
Bloomberg is out, too, by the way.
Bloomberg is out.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Everybody ought to
Warren
be out of Bloomberg.
has tried to hang in here. Come on, Elizabeth. I've said this from the very beginning.
Yes, you have.
From the very beginning, I've told you who wasn't going to be in there. And they need to come on out because it's March. We got to get unified if you want to remove Donald Trump. You've got to be unified because the Republicans are unified. Elizabeth Warren, just come on, it's all right. You ran a great race, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You was outstanding. You won some debates. All that. Come on. It's over. Give your money and your damn delegates. You don't like Bernie Sanders. Give that to Biden. Bloomberg give all his to Biden. Gorbachev, Amy gave hers to Biden. Buttigieg.
Sound like a Russian. Yeah, like a Russian.
You said Gorbachev.
Buttigieg gave his to
Buttigieg.
Biden.
Uh-huh.
Everybody gonna get us. Ain't nobody finna give Bernie old ass nothing. Listen to me. When you hear Donald Trump saying the Democrats are treating Barry Sanders very unfairly, you know why? Because he wants the candidate to be Bernie Sanders. Because if Bernie Sanders is the Democratic candidate, we are all but handing this back to Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is going to scare the nation with the term socialist. Just like he scared them with the wall, with immigration, just like he scared them with talking about anti-abortion. He scares them with everything. The economy. He used fear. He's going to take that fear rhetoric and ram it down our throats with Bernie Sanders. Now, I like Bernie Sanders' ideas, but can I tell you something? He is doing like all politicians. He is promising something that he cannot pass. America is built on capitalism. It is not built on socialism. And people in the house going to be going, okay, so that's what this means. This is what this means. Let me ask you, because this is a team guy. If you work for something, do you want what you've earned?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
That goes without saying. That goes without saying, Steve. Yes.
And we don't get paid what we deserve. None of us do.
Absolutely
I don't think
not.
anybody does.
So how about this then? How about everybody just make the same thing?
Nope. Not interested.
Hell no.
See, that's what they're going to shape up socialism to be. Because socialism is tied to communism. Communism is tied to Russia. It's tied to Cuba. They're going to run that down our throat, man. And he's to the left, extremely to the left. And what he's saying is good for a lot of people and for the masses who are underprivileged. But if you have any aspirations of becoming privileged, that's a scary conversation, man. That's what I think that Donald Trump is going to use if it's Bernie Sanders. Biden is our only chance.
And that's why,
opinion.
that's why he wants to run against Bernie Sanders. Coming up next, Nephew here with today's prank phone call right after this.
Bless up, it's DJ Khaled.
You already know what time it is. Your boy DC Young Flag.
Hi, my name is Carlos Miller, and I'm Chico Bean.
Hey, this is Kevin Hart. Hold tight. The nephew has another prank call coming up next.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's today's Strawberry Letter. My subject for today, stuck between two women that I love.
Isn't
Hey,
it?
Shirley.
It's not what you think, though.
Shirley.
It's not what you think, huh?
Shirley.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
That my
Yes.
opinion about politics is just my opinion. Everybody is free
We know
to
that.
think whatever you want. Now, I just want when people listen to me. Steve sitting here talking about he don't like, so he gonna vote. No. You have your right to your opinion. I don't speak for the morning show. I was just talking for Steve. I just want to say that right there. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You're Steve Harvey, and you approve this message. All right, here we go. Nephew.
You got one vote.
I'm about to speak for ugly people. I mean, not ugly people. I'm about to speak.
No,
for
you
stupid.
said it right. Inside, you know, boy.
I'm
and
not.
It just came out.
I'm speaking for stupid people.
No. You said you're speaking
you said
for ugly people. Now,
that was
Tommy,
a mistake. That was a mistake.
The fact that you have a combination, that ain't our fault.
I don't have no
stupid and ugly. Yeah.
Well, though you speaking for stupid people right now. It's coming out of an ugly person.
Girl Scout cookies is the stupid prank. Not ugly, just stupid. Let's go.
Hello, my feet.
Who's this?
Hey, how you doing, man? My name is Glenn, man. I work in Building 2. You work for Media, right?
Yeah. What's going on?
So we probably met a couple times. Do you have a girl? You have a girlfriend?
Why? What's up?
You guys live together or what?
What is this your business? Like, what's the deal? Why are you asking about my girl?
Well, let me ask you this here. What's going on with you and at the job?
What do you mean? What's going on with like?
I mean, you know, right?
I mean, so what? Like, what's the deal? Who are you? Like, who the are you? Like, what is this for? Like, why you? Like, I don't even know you, bro.
Just calm down, bro. Just calm down. Like I say, my name is Glenn. I work in Building 2, you know, and I know. I'm just telling you now. I know what you and doing. Okay, I know what y'all doing at the job. I already know, and a couple other people know what's going on. And I know you got a girl. I know you got a girl at home. I know that.
What? So what is this about? Like, why you call my phone trying to harass me about some bull? Like, who are you? Like, what is your problem? Like,
hey man, hey, calm down, man. I ain't trying to tell you a little secret or nothing like that. I ain't trying to do that. All right. But I'm gonna be real with you, okay? Like I said, I got one of your names. I got your number from one of our coworkers, okay? I got your number. I said, hey, I want to give the call. I need to talk to him about something. That's how I got your number. So
yeah, who gave it to you?
We'll get to that later, okay? We'll get to that later. But let me say this though. I know what's going on with you and to the job, all right? And I ain't finna say nothing about it. You know, that's just our little secret or whatever. But I do have something that I want you to do though.
What do you want, dude? Like, what the do you want? You call me, bugging me about and all this bull. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Well, here it is, man. Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing about what you got going on. All right, that ain't even. I don't even care about that. But here's what I do want you to do. I do need some help from you. All right, listen. My little girl is selling Girl Scout cookies. And I want you to buy 50 boxes of them, all right, via Cash App because she got to have them sold by tomorrow morning.
Are you kidding me? Dude, bro, so you on some blackmail bull. And listen, dude, who the gave you my number? Because you going to call me, ask me to buy some cookies. And you should just be a man and ask me about it. Like, don't be calling my phone trying to give me that bull. Like, come on, man. Like, I ain't got no time for this. Like,
all I'm asking you to do is buy some damn cookies, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I just want you to buy some cookies. I need you to buy 50 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Can you do that or not?
No. You ain't gonna call and try to manipulate me into buying like you're talking and then you're trying to make me buy. So I ain't gonna do nothing for you. You're disrespecting me, calling my phone, trying to act like you like just trying to manipulate. I ain't down with that, bro. I ain't down with
well,
that.
Let me so you don't want to buy my cookies though. So do you want me to call your girl and see if she'll buy my cookies?
Bro, you better stay the away from my girl, man. Like don't come near her, okay? You don't call her, you don't come near her, you don't come near me. You just need to get the out of here. I'm about to start 69. They figure out who you are and come right after you, man. Like, cause I ain't playing, bro. I ain't playing.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, man. I ain't gonna argue with you. But I'll get off the phone right now. I'll get off right now, and I'm gonna call your girl. I'm gonna call your girl and see if she want to buy some cookies.
No. No. You ain't called nobody. You just get you get. I swear to God, I'm gonna find out who you are. I'm gonna find out who gave you that number. I'm gonna call you up. Like you don't call me trying to harass me.
Okay, hey man, hey, you know what, Adrian? Cool. We still talking about it, all right? I'm gonna get the
right
phone like you. So I'll get off the phone like you want me to, Adrian. I'll do that. But let me ask you this though. You sure you want me to call? You sure you want me to do that? Right? Ain't that her name?
Man, you yourself an individual. All right, look, how much are these cookies? How much you want?
Hey man. Tommy told me you would buy the cookies.
Tommy?
Yeah. Tommy told me you would buy the cookies.
Tommy?
Hey man, check this out. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your coworker got me to prank phone call you.
Oh my God, I'ma kill him. Damn. I was so shit, bro.
Oh God! So listen, Adrian. We have beeped all the names, so nobody knows the names at all. Okay? You're good, bro. You're good.
All right, man. You got me. Oh God. I'ma go. I'ma take a nap, man. I just used up all my energy. I'm done. Oh God, like.
Hey, what you got?
I am going to you up, man. I can't believe you got me on this for real.
Tell me this, man. One more thing before we go, H. What's the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man, which is what he's got playing every morning. God. Kill me, bro.
And there you have it. Okay. Now, was that nice and stupid? Was it nice and stupid?
Very.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Very. Play too much.
Wasn't nothing ugly about it. Just stupid. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Them two don't have to join together. They don't need each other.
It's a tough combination to live with, though. You got to
ugly and stupid.
Yeah, you got to admit that.
If someone had that, that'd be a tough combination. I don't have that. I don't have it.
Yeah. You
I'm
got
gonna be pretty.
You got it.
I'm gonna be sexy and pretty.
Now,
I'm gonna be sexy and pretty in Dothan this weekend, but I'm gonna be stupid at the same time. Sexy, yes, pretty stupid in Dothan this Saturday. Okay, watch me.
Have you ever seen yourself?
I will not
side?
be ugly for you, Uncle Steve. I would not be ugly.
Somebody.
All right, thank you, nephew.
Take a picture of him from the side and send it to him.
Please.
Thank you, nephew. Up next, Strawberry Letter, subject stuck between two women that I love. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Before we get to the Strawberry Letter, guys, please, this is just a reminder to please pray for and help our neighbors in Nashville. Various organizations are collecting donations after they had that deadly tornado a few days ago. Our Nashville home station, 1011thebeat.com. You can go there for a list of organizations, including the Salvation Army, United Way, and the American Red Cross, to see how you can help. And you're in our prayers, as always. Okay, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, on work, sex, parenting, dating, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. That's very important that you click that, okay? We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject, Tommy, stuck between two women that I love. Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been married to my lovely wife for 8 years and we have 3 children. My wife is great and we have a normal marriage and enjoy each other and enjoy each spending time with each other. When my wife and I started dating, my siblings loved her, but my mom tolerated her. When we decided to get married, my wife told me that she could tell my mom was not happy about it. I blew it off and thought everything would be fine. Well, it's not fine, and I feel bad for my wife. My mom has had some health issues and can't live alone right now. She couldn't stay with my brother because he is single and he's always on the go. My sister wouldn't let my mom live there because they're like oil and water most of the time. So my mother has been living with us. I love my mom, but recently I have seen with my own eyes how hateful she is to my wife. I've overheard her talking to my wife like she's stupid and criticizing how my wife takes care of our house and our children. I could not believe it when I first heard it and witnessed it because she is all sweet and innocent when I'm around. My mother doesn't know that I am onto her and her evil ways, but I have to put my foot down and tell her to stop mistreating my wife. I am stuck in the middle of two women I love dearly. I don't know how to tell my mom to chill out, but if I don't do it soon, I feel like my wife will end up putting hands on my mom. Just kidding. My wife is not like that. But my mom's mouth is so disrespectful. Steve and Shirley, I may have to put my mother out of my house. How can I fix this? Well, if it comes to that, that may be what you have to do. And I got to tell you, you're not stuck in the middle. You're not stuck. You're just looking at it that way. I got that your mom and everything, but your responsibility, husband, is to your wife first. Even your siblings, her own children, don't want to be bothered with your mom. And she's really out of order doing it in you and your wife's home, telling her she doesn't like the way she takes care of her children or the house. I just, she's doing it in your wife's face, right under your nose. I just think, husband, it is time for you to step up. You're going to have to. You have all the evidence you need. You said you saw it and you heard it. You heard your mom with your own ears. Okay, what more evidence do you need? You you can't say that your wife is exaggerating. You can't say that your wife is lying on your mom. Any of that. Your mom changes in front of you, you say, and she's all sweet and innocent. Well, I suggest that you tape your wife on your mom on the cell phone or when they are talking, how your mom talks to your wife. I say you secretly tape her on the cell phone and replay it for her. And to me, that's how you deal with it. You needed a way to deal with it. That's how you show your mom you have the evidence right here. You do it all respectfully, of course. I mean, after all, it is your mom. I hope after she sees herself on tape treating your wife like that, I hope this anyway, that she'll see how hateful she is towards your wife. And maybe this will bring about a healing and a forgiveness in your family. That's what you need, for your mom to admit that she's wrong and to ask your wife for forgiveness. And you said your wife isn't like that. It sounds like your wife is really nice. She'll forgive her. So see how that works for you. Tape it and play it back for your mom. Steve?
I don't know, Shirley. I like what you said. I don't know. This is a spot, and a lot of people don't know how this spot is, but the first woman that a boy ever falls in love with is his mother. That goes on throughout his life. Most boys will protect their mother to the death. I mean, and he now has a wife that he absolutely loves. They've been married 8 years. They got 3 beautiful kids. Him and his kids, and him and his wife love spending time together. So, okay, we got a problem now because he's stuck, he feels, between two women that he loves. But Shirley made a great point. You are not stuck. Dog, there is no middle here. Now, young man, or however old you are, I don't know how old you are, but dog, there is no middle here. It is very simple. The priority for you in your life now is not your mother, it is your wife. You took vows to your wife. You promised to leave all others and cleave only unto her. Your mama is a trip. Dog, your mama is a trip, man. Your other sister, your brother bachelor, so he can't have mama up in here blocking. I know mama got some health issues and we need to pray about that. But your brother couldn't let your mama move in because he a player. Mama up in the house blocking. Your sister won't let the mama move in with the health issue because they don't get along. You know why they don't get along? Because your mama is a trip, dog.
Yes.
All right, I'm come back. I'm going to tell you the truth, player.
I ain't trying to talk about
All
your
right.
mama nothing. I'm just going to tell you she a trip.
We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, stuck between two women that I love. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject, stuck between two women that I love.
Yeah, here this man been married 8 years to this woman. They got 3 beautiful kids. He loved the girl. They have a great time together. Even before they got married, the siblings was okay with her, but your mama never really approved, okay? Never really approved of it. So your mama, in essence, don't like your wife, your selection, who you're very, very happy with. You know, your mama can be wrong. Now, your mama done fell on some health issues. Your brother can't take care of her because he a player. Your mama can't be up in here blocking. I'm in here running them. I got things to do. I got these girls coming over tonight. You in there cooking greens. We don't want to smell no greens in this house. Need some incense. I got some things going on. I got Lexus I'm on. Lexus, turn off the lights. You in here got the lights on, playing church music. I'm in the back banging, and you up in here playing Mighty Clouds of Joy out of Mississippi, 3rd version of the album. My mama can't stay here. Now, your sister don't want in the house because you say in your own words, your sister and your mama is like oil and water. You know why that? Because your mama tripped, dog. Now, I ain't going to talk about your mama because I don't let nobody talk about my mama. But your mama tripping. Now your mama is tripping with your wife. You done heard her with your own ears. See, you knew your wife was complaining about it, but then you heard her talking to her disrespectfully. I don't know why your fat ass can't keep this house clean.
Whoa.
Wow.
Look at these kids in here, hair all over their head. They look hungry. The little baby got dirty diaper on. They sitting up in here. Well, excuse me, I've been at work and I just got and kids get dirty from time to time. You need to do a better job and you ain't cooking. I didn't even want this to eat. Well, see, what's going to have to happen is, dog, if you don't step in here, your girl going to tighten up. Now, Shirley, I'm going to give you a reenactment in a second, y'all. I want you to be the mother complaining about certain things, and I'm going to be his wife checking the mama. But first of all, let me tell you something. You done heard your mother has been living with y'all and heard her, seen it with your own eyes, how hateful she is to your wife. You overheard her talking to your wife like she's stupid and criticizing how my wife take care of the house and our children. I could not believe it when I first heard it and witnessed it. Because she's sweet and innocent when you around. Because your mama's a trip, man. I told you. Now I know she don't know that I'm on to her. It's time for you, mama. You can't talk to her that way. This is my wife. I got to put my foot down so you can get out the middle. And she got to stop mistreating your wife. This your wife's house, man. Ain't no woman wanting to come home having to walk around the house. Your wife is the queen of the castle. I don't know if you know it or not, but it's not the king of the castle that kind of has the biggest vote. It's the queen, partner. As a matter of fact, the queen on the chessboard is the most powerful piece. I got news for you, partner. You, sir, are creating a dilemma for yourself if you don't come to your wife's aid, because that's who you live with. Now, your mama need to go somewhere. Now, I don't know how much money you got, but a small, a room somewhere, a studio apartment, efficiency, let the bed down at the wall, one room. Well, she can go over there with her evil ass by herself. But you got to get your mama out your house before she ruin your home.
ASAP.
That's right.
Now,
ASAP.
Shirley, I want you to complain as her mother, and I'm going to show you how your wife could check her.
Oh, I'm in this bed, honey. And when's the last time
you in this
changed
bed
these
because your
sheets?
fat ass don't move around enough.
Well, I'm sick, and I think you should take better care of me. I don't like that soup you brought me last night, by the way. You see
didn't
it
like
still
the
over there
soup,
on
you
the
like
nightstand.
everything else you done ate. That's why your big ass got diabetes, and that's why you're over here now, because they finna take your foot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And why don't you
I'm just
clean
telling
up
you how
the
your wife
bathroom?
can check her. Go ahead, say it again.
Yeah. And why don't you clean up that nasty bathroom in there?
Why don't I
wanna
clean up
use
that nasty bathroom?
Because you coming in here, and I'm trying to run your ass off.
And them little snotty-nosed kids, they used to be cute. But
Them
now...
snotty-nosed kids is in here sick because of your fat, sick ass in here got everything. They wasn't sick till you moved in. All these old-ass germs walking around this house.
Old germs.
I don't like the way you got this bedroom arranged. The bed needs to be over there by the window so I can see outside and see what's going on. Why is it over here next to the closet? I don't understand.
What is you worried about where the bed is at for? You want to look out the window, what, so you can get in their business too? Leave my damn neighbors alone.
And I don't like this hardwood floor in here. I need a carpet because when I get out the bed, I want to step on something nice and warm and soft.
The reason
not
we
some
got hardwood floors is because we know you got bad feet. And we want to wear them down till you move. We're not putting no carpet in this house because old people make the carpet smell old.
Wow.
And it's too many mirrors in this house. Don't you all know what you look like?
What's the matter? You
I don't
keep
like
scaring
all of
yourself?
I knew you were going to say that one, Steve. All right, listen. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And please don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour from The Talk, our girl, Sheryl Underwood.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, Carla's reality show update. But right now, Steve, please introduce our girl from The Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sheryl Underwood.
Thank you, Steve Harvey. And we did it, baby. Don't call it a comeback. Joe Biden did his thing on Super Tuesday. Don't hate, congratulate. The youngins that Bernie Sanders was dependent on stayed home playing PlayStation and being on social media. Now listen, just because people come to your little event don't mean they coming to vote. That's right, we did our thing. BlackRadioSolidarity.com. We did our thing. Bloomberg is out and he has endorsed Biden. Everybody that's out is getting ready to endorse Biden. Now, Warren, I'm going to need you to listen. I can't confirm it, Shirley Scarberry, but I was at the nail salon. And one of the ladies doing my nails in her language said that Elizabeth Warren is out. So I think they would know before we would know. In her language. So, because I know the language. I know everybody's language. I speak with the Tagalog, with the Filipino people. I speak enough Spanish to understand what's going on. I got to learn language because I got the ear hustle on other people when they talking about what's happening. The democracy was defended. And I want to shout out to Jill Biden when the protesters rushed the stage. Did you see Jill Biden elbow push him off this thing? Now that's a first lady right there. Protect her man. She bought that life. She had quick hands, Carla. She had quick hands on her hands. Listen to me. This was a great day. And listen, Bernie Sanders, you still doing your thing. But what we need is Tom Steyer and Mayor Bloomberg to put all their money behind Biden. Now, everybody going to say, don't do that. No. What we showed was the black vote meant something. And Michael Moore, when he said South Carolina don't count, it counted. And it gave Joe Biden the momentum that he needed. And he won Texas. That's right. Don't play with us. Junior, you know you excited right now. You excited right now. Why are you excited? Why are you excited, Junior? Why are you excited? You guys excited? Because we talking? Because we talking?
Yeah.
What's it got to do with Biden?
Yeah, that too.
Stay focused, Junior.
That too,
Stay
Sheryl.
focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. But see, me and Junior are happy together. So me and Junior should go out and celebrate. You know, get some good catfish, some fried fish.
He said he wanted to do that a couple of days ago, too. He said
Tommy, when you told me that, man, listen to me. I started fasting and praying and doing sit-ups and not eating any salt so I won't be bloated when me and Junior get together. This is a great day. And Junior, we turned up the turnout. Me and Junior did it. He don't want no bloated woman, Shirley Strawberry. So that's right, have not, because he asked us not. He didn't even have to ask for it. He was gonna get it anyway. He was gonna get it anyway.
We appreciate you, Sheryl. Thank you. Coming up next, we're going to switch gears and go to Carla's reality update at the top of the hour right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Tommy. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. She is here. It is Carla Farrell with what? Reality update.
All right, thank you, nephew. Here we go, guys. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Drama, drama, drama. Listen, Kenya told Cynthia that she and her husband Mark were having issues. Boy, are they ever. He can't stand her.
Wow.
Anyway, Kenya
At all.
and her husband Mark, they hosted a charity mentoring event, if you will. It was a fundraiser type giving back event, and it was a lot of drama preparing for this event, from who was invited, the venue, the speakers, the seating charts, what were they going to wear, a lot of drama. So first thing, Cynthia noticed that it was rude that Kenya's husband Mark didn't even holler at her fiance Mike when they first got there. Mike is the MC of the event, so Cynthia was like, what's up with Mark? Then Mark asked Eva's husband to speak about being adopted his childhood right there on the spot, and Eva was like, well, dang, you want to give somebody some notice if you want them to talk like that. And then Mark was very cold acting toward his wife Kenya. He didn't even publicly thank her at the event. It was really, really awkward and just uncomfortable to watch. But then Marlo,
I'm going to have to save her.
You're going to have to save Kenya. Well, you're going to have to.
Marlo,
she arrived late. Wait, what,
you got
Steve?
Sheryl
What you guys
to deal
say?
with.
Junior, you ain't got that kind of time. Sheryl Underwood.
I know,
but
yes, you got Sheryl, partner.
I know.
And then
too brute,
Tommy
huh?
just rolled your ass up under that bus.
Sheryl gonna
Yes,
break
he
your
did.
back.
Man.
Let me finish this real quick, though. Let me tell you guys. So Marlo, she arrived late at the event with her nephews, and she was upset about the seating arrangements. Kenya's attitude was like, you're late, and then you bring in +2, so how you going to be mad about where you're sitting? But Mark disagreed with his wife, Kenya, and was happy that Marlo showed up to the event with her nephews, because he was like, it's a mentoring event. So, they're never on the same team. Well, then towards the end of the episode, Mark was over it. He was going off on the production team. It appeared that he did not like the cameras rolling and filming his entire event. He went off. Mark said he was sick of the show, sick of them filming the event, and he was sick of Kenya's bodyguard, and I think he's sick of her. Someone asked him how did he like being married to Kenya. He said he hated it. He said he hated being married to her. Yes. So now, according to
that ain't.
At the
I
end
can tell you right now.
But how horrible was that, though?
Was that to say?
That was
it was
awful.
awful.
Well, he
awful.
shouldn't say that publicly.
That was terrible, Steve.
He dead
It was
wrong
so
for that.
disrespectful. Yeah. I feel
He
bad
was
for
foul.
Kenya. I really do. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, she was there supporting her husband and went all out, and he was real foul with what he said and how he said it. So it seems to be at the end of this particular episode that day, because this was obviously filmed in advance, they filed for separation the very next day. So to this day, Kenya and Mark are still separated, and they are just trying to co-parent together with their beautiful little
You
girl.
don't have
Ooh,
to
their
file
daughter's
for
so cute.
separation. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Well,
what
you
is
know
their
what I mean. I don't
issue,
know if they're-
though?
He don't like her. That's the issue.
Well, I think he hates
But I mean,
her
it's-
is probably pretty much. If you ask a man, how do you feel being married to the person you're married to, and he says, I hate it.
I hate it.
I want you to know something about
in
me.
hell.
I
He's in
hate
hell.
it
Yeah.
means I hate her.
He hates everything about it.
Dog. If a
Yeah,
man
so why do you
answer
marry
to
her?
how do you feel about marriage? Well, he didn't know what he was. Nobody knows what marriage is until you get in it. Nobody knows that.
Well, me and Kenya gonna
Can the church say, man?
Amen.
Amen. Amen to
It's
that.
work. Marriage is work. It is work.
It
but
is.
this was horrible. He doesn't like her. He doesn't want to be married to her. And that was very obvious on this particular episode. We could talk more about it. We're running out of time on social media at Lips by Carla. And we'll be back at 20 after. He told his wife he hated
Yep, with more questions for the CLO right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, can you bring the Chief Love Officer in, please, the CLO? We have another question from him. This is from Marshall in Tampa.
Oh, the CLO,
This one
he
says,
stay with me. Yeah, that's really Steve.
Okay, because you know how you and your characters are, you know. Hello, Steve. It says, I have been with my man for 15 years, and around Christmas, he told me he was ready to get married. So we picked out a $4,000 ring, and I bought it for myself. I posted it all on my Facebook page that he had finally put a ring on it. A few days later, my man said he felt rushed and called the whole thing off. He said he still wants to date me and we will get married soon. What is soon? Should I walk away from him?
Some time.
That's really all it is. You're just buying some time. You know, when he told you he wanted to get married, he didn't say now. He was buying time with the I want to get married statement. Y'all been dating for 15 years.
She bought the ring.
15 years. You jumped the gun, bought a $4,000 ring and posted it. He didn't buy you a ring. He just said he wanted to get married. He did not make the two things you need to go with I want to get married. It's three things. When, to who, and he didn't say you.
We'll have more with the Chief Love Officer, our CLO, Steve Harvey, coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right
chief,
after
what
this.
Am I? What am I if he the chief? I don't understand.
You're not in this. You the fool, prankster, king of pranks.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are with our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey.
Well, Shirley, hold on. Wait. If he's the Chief Love Officer, what am I?
Yeah.
I got to be something.
Nah,
Tell
you ain't
me.
nothing, dog. You ain't nothing.
I'm something.
Let me tell you what you is. You the king of pranks.
Yeah,
You the prince of stupidity. You on tour.
Are you stuttering
You a
right now?
stand-up comedian.
Check.
And then
And?
stuff like that. Nobody's
he's a host.
ever written in to ask you a love question. You have nothing to do with being the CLO.
But wait a minute, Steve. He is the host of Ready to Love on OWN. Don't forget that.
He the host of Ready to Love, not How to Love.
That's the same thing, ain't it?
No, it ain't.
Stupid.
No. Your show is about people that's already ready to love.
All right, so Steve.
Nobody
this
asked you how
question-
to love.
This question for you was from Marshall in Tampa. She said she's been with her man for 15 years. Around Christmas, he told her he was ready to get married. So they picked out a $4,000 ring, and she bought it for herself, posted it on her Facebook page, saying he finally put a ring on it. Then days later, her man said he felt rushed, called the whole thing off, and said he still wants to date her, and we will get married soon, is what he said. She wants to know what is soon, and should she walk away?
And Tommy said, and I agree, he bought some time. He bought some time when he said he was almost ready to get married. He bought some time then. You jumped the gun, bought a $4,000 ring, posted it.
Why?
Now he say he rushed and called the whole thing off because he didn't ask you to marry him. And then I told you before, the three things missing with that almost ready statement was when, to who, and he did not say to you. So now she wants to know, should I stay with this? Well, you're 15 years. 15
That's a long
years.
time. And you bought your own ring? Whew.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You bought your own ring, man.
So now,
that
here's
says a
the
lot.
question
$4,000.
about should I stay. Here's what women do. Women say, well, I done put 15 years in. I don't want it to be for nothing. You have nothing. You just have 15 years of something you don't want. What you do want, he's not willing to give. So the simple question, I've said this 100 times and it bears repeating. Do you walk away? That's up to you. But if you stay, do you want 15 more years of this? Because nothing's changed. And he's not going to change. He's been talking about getting married for the longest, 15 years.
She needs to go.
So you have to make up that decision for yourself.
All right, we'll be back with our last break of the day and some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are, our last break of the day. It's been a good day.
Break of the day.
Yes, it is. And it's been a good day. We've had fun today. Yes, we have. Yeah. Carla's back. It's all good in the hood.
Yeah. Carla's back. Tommy has.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for you, man, because
I ain't ugly.
You got
no. I'm just telling you,
see, right, damn, dog.
I'm not ugly.
Defensive, Tommy.
Dog. I got ready to say I feel so bad for you because you got a great career working and everything.
But I don't have an ugly career though. I have a nice, sexy career that's happening.
Wow. Hey, man. I'm tripping because I'm actually trying to pay you a compliment.
I know, but you're going to put ugly on the end of it, though, ain't you? Okay, go ahead. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how. Let me just see how it goes.
You know, it was a movie about his life, Insecure. You know that.
It's a movie.
Shut up, Shirley.
And why is people insecure? What's the number one reason?
Because they ugly.
Come on, Junior.
Shut up, Junior.
The number one reason why people are insecure is what, Junior?
Because they ugly.
That's the number one reason for insecurity.
Love you.
Whatever.
And if you short, that's
like
a troll.
Steve.
You come
that
on
troll,
with
that gnome ugly.
A troll? I'm a troll now?
Come on,
He
Steve.
said you got that troll.
See, I didn't say you was a
Steve.
troll. I said if you short and ugly, that's like a troll. Then he said, I'm a troll. You remember when my father told you, Tommy, you remember when grandfather told you that if you keep talking, he gonna make you stand outside and hold the lantern?
he a gnome.
Shut up, Junior.
He was gonna put Tommy in a jockey suit and make him hold the lamp outside.
Oh, God.
They was throwing my mama's birthday party, and the church people was coming over, and they said so they'll know the house. My daddy said he was gonna put Tommy in a jockey suit on and have him stand out on the steps and hold the lamp.
Steve, I'm sure this is not going to go with your closing, so cut it.
No,
not at all.
All right, I'm sorry. All right, let's go. Here's the closing remarks today. I'm sorry, y'all.
But it was fun.
Listen,
crazy. Shut up,
this is a
Jim.
big church party. I think a lot of times, man, those of us who are people of faith, we often ask God for certain things. And in waiting for it, we get tired. And I'm the same way. It's some things that I've been talking to God about for a while, and it just doesn't seem to be happening. But he has ways of doing it that's so high above our thinking level and our concept level that it actually could be happening. But because we are so focused on it not happening and not going the way we perceive it, that we don't even notice the things that he's actually doing on our behalf. And a lot of it is unbeknownst to us. See, man, faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. That is the essence of becoming successful. If you could see it, how hard would it be? It would be fairly simple. If you could see where the finish line was, there would be no need to get tired and stop. You know it's right there. Just keep going. It's just right there. But faith ain't set up that way. The finish line ain't set up that way. Your goals and dreams and visions are not set up that way. It is cloudy on your way to your dreams and visions. It is roadblocks on your way to your dreams and vision. It is detours on your way. It is peaks and valleys on your way. It is traps along the way. There are setbacks along the way. If it was a straight line from here to where you wanted to go, Do you know how simple that would be? And if you could see it, how simple that would be. Listen to me, everybody. This is the concept of life for all of us. I don't care if your name is Bloomberg. I don't care if your last name is Zuckerberg. I don't care if your last name is Jordan or Woods. It doesn't matter. Your last name can be Winfrey. Do you understand that it is set up this way for everybody? You have got to be willing to fight through to get to the end that is your success. And the biggest mistake we make, man, is we compare ourselves to other people. Man, you ain't gonna ever be happy like that, because there's always somebody with a bigger boat, a bigger car, a nicer watch, a bigger house. If you don't learn that in this process of life, that God is taking you through this journey, and if you can keep the faith, there is a bright side for you waiting for you. And a lot of times you're actually in the middle of the sun coming up, but you don't see it because you keep turning around looking at the darkness. You don't even see the sun coming up over the hill because you keep turning around looking at your life in total darkness, man. Faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. Understand that is for everybody. Keeping the faith is keeping the belief that God is on the way. As hard as it may seem, he always comes, and he ain't ever too late. He's never been too late. Those are my closing remarks. That's it. Hey, y'all have a great weekend, man. We're getting close. I'm getting on the plane. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.